Hey everyone. You ever have those days where you're so busy and the last thing you want to do is cook?
Oh, yeah, totally.
Well, stick with us today because we're going to be doing a deep dive into some easy meals. We found this awesome Korean show all about making tasty food when you just don't have the time. And we thought we'd share some of the best tips. And hey, while you're here, make sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss out on any more of these helpful deep dives.
Yeah, finding time to cook when life is just crazy can be a real struggle for everyone, I think.
Oh, for sure. In the show, the hosts were saying how their days were totally packed and they just didn't have much time to cook. One of them was really excited about this frozen creamy chicken Alfredo they had tried. They were saying it was actually good and only took a few minutes to make.
It's pretty cool how much frozen meals have improved over the years. There are
Right.
some really tasty and convenient options out there now.
Right. And they were talking about frozen dumplings, too.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, who doesn't love dumplings? They're just perfect for a quick and easy meal. Plus, they mentioned adding an egg and some veggies to instant ramen.
That's a great idea. It's an easy way to make ramen more nutritious and flavorful.
Yeah, exactly. They were honest, though. They admitted that not all frozen meals are that great. Some can be, well, kind of disappointing. And they talked about how waiting for food delivery can be the worst when you're super hungry.
That's why it's so important to have a well-stocked pantry. Having those go-to meals ready to go can save the day.
Totally. They even recommended stocking up on things like frozen meals, instant noodles, and canned goods. It's all about having those easy options when you need them.
I'd add to that, having easy snacks around is a good idea too. Like some fruit yogurt or a handful of nuts can hold you over till you can make something. It's all about preventing those hangry meltdowns.
Love it. Oh, and they talked about meal prepping too.
Ah, yes, meal prepping.
Yeah.
Basically, it's cooking a big batch of food, usually on the weekend, so you have meals for the week.
Yep. It's like setting your future self up for success. They were saying how it can save so much time and money, plus it can help you eat healthier.
What I like about meal prepping is it can be as simple or as fancy as you want. You can make full meals or just prep some veggies or cook some grains ahead of time to make cooking during the week easier.
For sure. They even gave some ideas like grilling chicken and rice, making a big pot of soup, or chopping veggies to have on hand.
I really like making big batches of things like lentil soup or chili. They're super filling and good for you, and they're great for reheating during the week. It's a total win-win.
Absolutely. I've tried meal prepping, and it honestly makes a huge difference. It's like my secret weapon against those busy weeknights.
It's all about planning ahead and making things easier for yourself. And it doesn't have to be boring either. You can try new recipes each week to keep things interesting.
That's a great point. It's easy to get stuck in a routine, but there are so many options. It's all about finding what works for you and your lifestyle.
Yeah, it's really all about that. Finding ways to make healthy eating work for you, even when you're busy.
Okay, so we've talked about having quick meals ready and meal prepping. What are some other things people can do to make those busy weeknights easier?
One thing that's been a game changer for me is making a weekly meal plan. It doesn't have to be anything complicated, just a simple list of what I'm going to eat for each meal. It helps me figure out what to buy at the store and keeps me from having to think about what to eat every night.
That's a great idea. I've tried that before, and it really does help cut down on those what's for dinner moments.
Exactly. And another thing that's helped is getting some time-saving kitchen gadgets. Things like a rice cooker, a slow cooker, or an instant pot can really make a difference. They let you cook with almost no effort, so you have more time for other things.
I love my Instant Pot. It's so easy to make soups, stews, or even just rice in it. It's a lifesaver on busy nights.
Totally. Speaking of rice, one of the things they talked about in the Korean show was how important it is to have cooked rice ready to go. It's such a versatile ingredient. You can add it to stir-fry soups or even just put a fried egg on top for a quick meal.
That's such a smart tip. I always forget how many different ways you could use rice. It's like a blank canvas for flavors.
And it's easy to cook a big batch and store it in the fridge so you can use it throughout the week.
I'm totally going to start doing that. It's funny how the simplest tips are sometimes the most helpful.
Absolutely. And sometimes it's just about changing the way we think about things. We often think of cooking as this big, time-consuming thing, but it doesn't have to be.
Right. It's all about finding those hacks and shortcuts that make cooking easier and more fun.
For sure. And it's about being kind to ourselves. Some nights, a bowl of cereal or a sandwich is totally fine. We don't have to make amazing food every single night.
That's so true. It's easy to feel like you have to cook elaborate meals, but sometimes the simplest things are the best. It's about listening to your body and eating what you need.
And sometimes the best meals are the ones you make with whatever you have in the fridge. It's about being creative and trying new things.
Totally. I love it when I just open the fridge and see what I can make. It's like a food adventure.
And those are the times you often end up making something really delicious.
So we've talked about a lot of great tips for making weeknight cooking easier. What about those nights when you're so tired you don't even want to open the fridge? Any advice for those times?
Well, I think it's important to have a backup plan for those super tired nights.
Like what? What do you usually do?
To be honest, sometimes I just order takeout.
Yeah.
There's no shame in giving in and getting yourself a meal you don't have to cook.
I'm with you there.
Yeah,
It's nice to know that that's always an option.
right. And just knowing that you have that option can take the pressure off and make those busy weeknights a little easier. It's about finding what works best for you.
So what does all this mean for our listeners? We all have those crazy busy days, but we still need to eat right.
Exactly.
Mm.
And the main takeaway here is that there are so many ways to make cooking during the week easier without sacrificing flavor or healthy food.
Yeah. It's about having a plan, being prepared, and letting yourself take shortcuts when you need to.
And remember, cooking should be fun, not a chore. If you're stressed out in the kitchen, it's time to change things up and find ways to make it easier.
Absolutely. And it's about finding those little victories in the middle of all the chaos. A yummy and satisfying meal, whether it's homemade takeout or even a bowl of cereal, can make a big difference.
Yeah, it really is all about making those little changes that can help us feel better overall.
Definitely. You know, sometimes the best ideas come from talking to other people.
That's so true. We can all learn from each other and share cooking tips.
Exactly. So tell us, what are your favorite quick and easy meals? Share your tips and tricks in the comments.
Yeah, let us know what works for you. We want to build a community of busy people helping each other out with meal ideas.
Because let's be real, we can all use some new ideas in the kitchen, especially when we don't have a lot of time.
And remember, even on your busiest days, you still deserve to eat well. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive into quick and tasty meals. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep dives like this one. Until next time, happy cooking.
Thanks for joining the conversation here at Kaz English. We hope you found it fun and informative. Don't forget to check out kazapp.uk. That's kazapp.uk for more tips, resources, and interactive practice. Keep exploring, keep chatting, and we'll catch up with you again soon.